Players of the Realms will begin shortly. While you wait, discover Vale Forge, where imagination belongs in the real world. Explore shirts, tote bags, drinkware, accessories, and gifts inspired by tabletop adventures, fantasy worlds, witchy and spiritual designs, nerd culture, writers, artists, and the wonderfully weird things we never outgrow. Whether you roll dice, create worlds, chase magic, or simply refuse to blend in, there's something waiting for you. Scan the QR code to visit our Linktree and explore everything Vale Forge and Random Imagination have to offer. Players of the Realms begin soon. Players of the Realms will begin shortly. While you wait, discover Vale Forge, where imagination belongs in the real world. Explore shirts, tote bags, drinkware, accessories, and gifts inspired by tabletop adventures, fantasy worlds, witchy and spiritual designs, nerd culture, writers, artists, and the wonderfully weird things we never outgrow. Whether you roll dice, create worlds, chase magic, or simply refuse to blend in, there's something waiting for you. Scan the QR code to visit our Linktree and explore everything Vale Forge and Random Imagination have to offer. Players of the Realms begin soon. Players of the Realms will begin shortly. While you wait, discover Vale Forge, where imagination belongs in the real world. Explore shirts, tote bags, drinkware, accessories, and gifts inspired by tabletop adventures, fantasy worlds, witchy and spiritual designs, nerd culture, writers, artists, and the wonderfully weird things we never outgrow. Whether you roll dice, create worlds, chase magic, or simply refuse to blend in, there's something waiting for you. Scan the QR code to visit our Linktree and explore everything Vale Forge and Random Imagination have to offer. Players of the Realms begin soon. Players of the Realms will begin shortly. While you wait, discover Vale Forge, where imagination belongs in the real world. Explore shirts, tote bags, drinkware, accessories, and gifts inspired by tabletop adventures, fantasy worlds, witchy and spiritual designs, nerd culture, writers, artists.
Anymore. We are back for a interesting session, one hopes. The players got themselves into a fair bit of hijinks in the last session, and for more on that, I'm going to toss it to the players. So, for an inspiration, whether it's an individual or as a group, go ahead and catch us all up. What did you do last session?
Well,
We
first off,
we messed with magic most foul.
well, speaking of Magic Most Foul, it started off with with two giant geese beating the crap out of Angelo.
True. He was practically dead.
I got better.
Just in case, I had a grave ready.
And then we found the magical plants that Charlie and our wizard kept trying to harvest, and crazy stuff kept happening.
Indeed.
Yeah, Wakely caught up to the party, and basically immediately we started getting yelled at by Vyarka, going, "Kill it! Kill it with fire!" many times over.
It was the appropriate response.
And then we found a carriage that had some unfortunate owners who were killed by the giant geese. They were buried. We now have a carriage or a cart and a horse. I guess it's more of a cart than a carriage. Cart and a horse. Also, Vyarka cannot speak Orcish, as Gus recently learned.
Yes. She is multilingual, though. She speaks Gnomish fluently.
You kids don't even know. You're not even in touch with your own culture.
You don't know where I'm from.
Just remember, she's a seasoned explorer.
It's true.
Yes.
On several other notes, we did have, as mentioned, the touching of the flowers, which resulted at one point with explosive results, which I believe was one of the events that had sent who was it? Who's on? Give me 1 second.
It did not knock me unconscious again. No, I am not unconscious again.
Oh, are you sure? I thought it did.
All right, I'm unconscious again.
No,
Just for fun,
there is the long rest, but I believe one of the last ones was also Gus had attempted to shoot it with an arrow, which also caused another effect to happen. We have Wakely, who is currently mutated and is a cross between a raven and a human, with none of the positive bird parts, as he kind of waddles around with his pants down.
Speaking of kill it with fire.
This is going to be such a great ChatGPT prompt.
With that, players, several hours will pass, and after about 4 hours, Wakely, you're going to find yourself at one point going, I'm back, this fucking sucked, essentially.
Okay.
And you do return to normal. One eye takes a little bit longer to turn back to normal, but other than that, you are back to your normal, charming self.
I don't want to talk about it.
What I thought you'd want to. What was it like being on the other side?
Elf first.
Well,
that's
we're
good.
all,
Do any of you
we're
have
still a
elf?
couple hours from that.
No. I do have several scones in my bag that I can start to snack on.
Did we discover anything else? And he's going to try to take a step forward and fall because he has not realized that his pants are still down.
Pull up your pants. Trousers are down.
He's gonna look at Viarga. I do apologize. That was out of frustration at the situation, not at you.
Of course, do whatever you need to say to get yourself through the day.
Can we just agree to not speak of this again and just, put it behind us?
It's behind
coming.
you.
He will pull his trousers up and
I feel like we were left up.
this kind of like, I lost train of thought. And start heading toward, like, looking at the carriage or wagon and just kind of, he's now just kind of like moseying around, not really doing much.
DM, what time is it?
At this point, it is closer to late afternoon into the evening. That was when you came across the duck. I believe you have been traveling for about 2 days when you ran into it. So it was 2 days out of the 18 for traveling by foot.
The duck you said?
The geese. Sorry, my fault.
Geese. Okay.
Wrong
so
avian.
we're
My bad.
So we're a few days after that now.
I'm going to say this is because shortly after the geese, you found the flowers. So we're going to be taking off from there, and we're going to just jump a couple of days after we resolve this and you do your long rest.
Okay.
So essentially, yes, we're about to jump a couple of days.
All right. Well, then, given that it's getting late, we did just secure a carriage, but Gus is going to kind of survey the situation, make sure the horses are all right. The horse is all right, rather.
Okay, well, I don't really feel all that safe traveling too much at night. I say we get let's try to get into a bit more of a clearing, just to avoid anything like that, and, I'll rustle us up some grub.
Alright, if you need any help with that, I can assist as well. I am an experienced woodswoman.
I shouldn't need much help.
Are you sure?
Everyone, yeah, I mean, it's kind of why I'm here. But let's get some distance between us and here, and, maybe an hour or two of traveling. After that, we can hunker down for the night. I'll cook us up a meal and, get some rest.
Sounds like a really good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And Gus will hop on the head of the wagon and get ready to, guide the horse or pilot the horse, however this is pronounced.
Okay. The horse, once you have it settled in its position, and remember, as nobody is very proficient in fixing carriages, it is a makeshift thing. It is barely supporting the horse's location in the sense that the two, I'm going to call them the two joists that come out. One of them was broken, and you kind of half-assed attached it with your very limited knowledge, or rather with your cooking knowledge. So as you begin to take off, you do hear the of the wagon parts or the cart parts as it begins to move, and you are able to begin your journey again. Traveling a couple more hours is relatively uneventful, but the sun does begin to set over the horizon, faster than you had originally anticipated.
After by the time it hits like 7 p.m., Gus is gonna stop the carriage. Gonna hop out and also finding like a nice clearing, and he's gonna look at the group, and he's pulled out his bow and arrow as he's doing this.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find us a less deadly variant of fowl. Hunt some, I don't know, might be some pheasants in here, or maybe some wild turkeys. Not exactly sure, but I'll find something. Don't wait up, and
Gus is going to start taking off.
Maybe try and find some venison.
Gus is going to look for anything that's not going to prove too much of a challenge or to bring back, and also something that wouldn't go too much to waste. I knowing that he can't be picky, just looking for some easy prey that will feed everybody.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a survival check. While you're working on that, what are the rest of you doing as you see Gus kind of just wandering off without any other word besides "I'm going to get food"? What would the rest of you be doing to set up camp?
Bjerke looks at him as he disappears into the place, like, and we never saw him again.
Oh, Biarca, he'll be fine. Angela will attempt to set up a fire.
Alrighty.
Wakely will help Angelo.
Okay. As you strike the matches, or not the stones, and you're able to get that fire going. Go ahead and just give me a quick perception or survival check for how much wood you're able to find that's not wet.
Perception. Uh, 22.
All right. With 22, you're able to find a decent amount of wood that isn't wet and enough types of the shapes that you would need to possibly make some sort of rotisserie should you need it.
Excellent. This is going wonderful.
Is there anything else anybody would like to do before we jump back to the hunting trip?
I think that Billy would have snuck to follow Gus. Just knowing that he wants to be alone, I think should be sneaking, just not to bother him, but trying to learn still how he's doing his survival skills and all.
Okay,
Trying
go
to
ahead
learn.
and give me a stealth check. Gus, what's your passive?
Passive perception, 13.
As Charlie is attempting to follow you in a stealthily way, she's not the best. You hear a couple of snapping twigs that she missed. You hear a couple of
I'm probably
animals that were
following while
disturbed.
scribbling in my notes, trying to take notes at what he's doing and stuff like this.
Do you acknowledge, Charlie, that they're following you, or are you focused on the task at hand?
And Gus?
I think.
Yeah, Gus.
I think Gus would. Gus would at a certain point stop and then just like turn around and look in the exact direction that she's following him, and then he would, not very discreetly, but just kind of like, and he starts to walk right to her direction until because she's not being too subtle, so he's gonna like walk right up to her. Is there a reason you're following me?
Well, I didn't want to bother. I didn't want to bother you, but I'm just trying to learn. Last time I did this expedition thing, I didn't do well by myself, so I'm trying to be better at it. You see, I didn't want to bother you. I can be further next time if you want.
I can appreciate that, but you're making too much noise. You're going to scare away any game.
Oh, sorry. It isn't what I wanted. I can be sneaky. I can make myself disappear. And I'll just put my book and my writing pen back in my back and try to put my cloak back on and try to disappear and be better at it.
Just hang back a couple extra meters. I'm not exactly certain how sneaky you're going to be.
And Gus is going to go back to what he was doing. He's gonna push forward and look for some look for some prey.
I'll just follow you while trying to be better at sneaking this time. And being a bit further from you.
Okay.
And I think since I'm doing that, I'm following him. I think I would be doing kind of a help action at doing the survival for searching for prey and all.
Okay.
And that's how I would help.
So with that in mind, you had already rolled your survival, correct? You had an
Yes, I got an 18.
You have an 18. With the 18, you hear the sound of hooves off, about 50 feet to your northeast.
All right. Well, it is a bird. Gus will get low to the ground and begin to walk with a sneakier step to position himself to strike some owls, I guess. Getting his bow ready. Just keeping an
Well,
eye out for where they
I
might
had
be.
said you heard hooves.
Yeah, okay.
Hooves. Oh, I think he said whoos.
Sorry, my
Oh,
fault.
hooves.
I should have enunciated better. That's my bad. Hooves.
Okay. Then in that case, Gus would get a little bit, or he would begin to walk towards where he's hearing the hooves, and when he feels like he's close enough, he would begin to scale a tree, get a little bit of height, see if he can't get into a more advantageous spot. What hooved creature does he see?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. And while that's happening, Charlie, you're seeing him scurrying up the tree. You're seeing him getting a better perch. What is it your character would be doing?
I do think I would try to emulate him. So I don't know if I heard the hooves.
Well, I'm assuming
a
he
bit
would have let you
further.
know.
Would he?
I'm assuming, but I would say, Gus, would you tell him? Or would you just go run off to...
I feel like he would do the kind of basic sort of sign of just hand up as a halt, and where he's listening for the hooves, he would make a very basic slow down motion, and then he'd point upwards towards a tree and then begin to scale it.
Then I would be following, trying to scale the tree and be sneaky by myself. Or maybe not. I think I'd try to find either a bush somewhere. Since I'm smaller than him, I think maybe more of a bush or something to be well hidden.
And I would like to use an inspiration to reroll that perception check. It wasn't very good.
Absolutely. And
That's
for
better.
you moving into that bush, go ahead, Charlie, and give me a perception check as well.
Not very perceptive.
You're able to make it out after you hear a wah type of sound. I'm not actually sure what sound a moose makes, so that's what moose make in Lunethria. They go wah. And Gus, you also would be able to see a fairly large moose up ahead, just kind of standing there, walking, grazing around.
Fucking moose. That might be a bit too big.
Oh,
Gus is looking for easy prey. Mooses are megafauna for a reason. Gus might let this one go and see if he can find something smaller.
Okay. Charlie, not knowing this, is there anything you'd like to do?
Do I see Gus from where I'm hidden?
I'm gonna say. Let me first ask, Gus. Do you usually dress in a way where you can be overlooked in a tree?
I would say somewhat. Gus wears mostly browns and greens, and his skin is a sort of pale green. So, like, you might miss him. But I did point out like when Gus pointed up, he climbed the tree that he was pointing towards.
Okay, fair enough. So because you know where to look, you'd be able to still see him. You wouldn't be able to make out any intention on whether or not he was going to choose to hunt this prey. To
Mhm.
you, it just looks like he's kind of stalking the prey.
Yeah, so I'd get my crossbow out and get ready to helping. Yeah, I'd be waiting for him to do the first action, not wanting to take too much of a initiative on that part since I'm kind of new and not confident in what I'm doing. So I would be letting the pro doing his stuff. So yeah, I'll be waiting then.
Uh, Gus would Gus would have his bow and arrow still at the ready. I see the mooses. Do I see any other creatures nearby? Any like other animals that might be either grazing in the same spot? Maybe some birds.
With the 18, you
Some
would
I don't
see
know.
a couple of birds, but they're more out of line of sight. They are not out of sight, out of range. They're more flying. You would hear the scampering of squirrels and other rodents who are there, and off in the distance, where a small little creek is, you would see a deer.
Okay, deer might be more to the taste there. All right, Gus is going to Assassin's Creed 3 his way across the tree line and get near the deer.
All right. So if you are going tree branch to tree branch, essentially, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, please.
Precisely
Oh boy,
Assassin's Creed 3. Precisely, not the other ones.
specifically AC3.
Yeah.
That's a 12, not bad.
Okay. While you're doing that, please also give me a stealth check.
Stealth is all right, not terribly amazing, but 18.
I'm
With an
following
18,
him.
you are actually fairly stealthy. As much. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, please, Charlie. As large as you might be, you're somewhat graceful, and the deer just looks up, turns its head, as if it heard something, but it wasn't enough to draw its attention.
Okay. Then Gus would hunter's mark here, 'cause I don't think that makes any noise. Let me double check. It is vocal, so I guess there is like a small little like prayer that Gus would kind of say under his breath.
Yep, and with your 18 to stealth, I would say that you're able to do it in a way that doesn't alert the animal to your presence.
Okay. So Gus would use his feature to cast Hunter's Mark. Which does so this attack will do 4 more damage. It lands it. If I whiff this, it's gonna be super duper embarrassing. So Gus is going to Gus is gonna fucking hit that deer.
That
And
definitely
I'd be
hits.
following the same.
Jesus.
And
And we have advantage, right? Since we are
I will
stealthy.
say, yes, you do have advantage.
Good.
So that would be 15 damage on the deer. And it is slowed.
Okay.
My
And you said you did 15 points of damage?
Yep.
Single shot. Are you aiming for the head, neck, or body?
I'm aiming for the head. I am trying to make this as quick and painless as possible.
As you release your arrow with a the arrow shoots off and goes straight through the side of the deer's head and out. Deer falls with just several twitches before its life fades.
Gus slinks down. And he will make kind of the descending of the tree a little bit more loud, so as to scare off the mooses if the sound of the arrow flying through the deer did not make them run. But he's essentially trying to basically make it like, other animals leave predators now here. So he jumps down, makes a bit of a grunt when he does so, and rushes over to the deer, inspects the kill. I think he might, given that it was twitching a little bit, he might be like, God damn it. Sorry for that to be a little less. And Gus is going to get under the deer, pick it up over his shoulders, and look over to wherever Charlie was. And does Gus see you?
So, Charlie, after the deer is taken down, are you going to come out of your spot, or are you going to wait and see if he's able to find you?
Well, I was waiting for him to fire. So the moment he fired, I think I did fire at the same time. That's what I tried to roll at the same time, but I think he took it down in one shot. So good for you. I think I'd still be waiting for him to do me a call if he needs help or something. Maybe I'd make a sign to show him where I am, but I'll still try to be sneaky.
Okay.
Gus would look up to the direction he thinks you're in, and then he would say, "This thing's a little heavy. I'm gonna, it's gonna be a bit of a walk. If you want to go ahead and let the others know to make sure that there's some water boiling and as well as obviously a fire going too."
Are you sure you're gonna be fine alone? Do you need
Yeah.
do you need help carrying back?
Nah, I can take care of this. After all, you're a bit, well, I mean, the height difference is going to make things a bit tough. Just, and Gus is going to start to lumber over with the deer. He's walking at, he can essentially just kind of go at a walking pace, and I assume we're not too far away, so he's just going to be like, I'll be about 20 minutes before I get back. Just, let him run ahead of me and just let him know to get a fire ready.
Oh, okay. And I'll just go back and try to be fast. Kind of happy not having to help since I'm not very strong, and it would have been very hard for me.
So I would say
I'd
that
run back to the others, yeah.
Yep, that entire process I would say would have taken about 20-25 minutes, locating, etc., etc. You would be able to make it back much faster, Charlie, so it would only take you about 8 to 10 minutes to get back. So as that's going on, the rest of you, what would you be doing for that roughly 38 minutes?
So if we have the camp set up, Angela will be doing the. Is this the first day? Still the day that we got knocked out originally?
Yes.
I mean, we okay. Angela will be helping set up camp.
All right. Yarka, how about you? What would you be up to?
She is supervising to make sure that Angelo has the confidence he needs to set up camp.
So you're not digging a hole for him?
Do I need to? Seems to be very mobile.
I don't know.
Supervision seems to be all that's necessary at the moment, given his fragile condition.
Fair enough. After about a half hour, you would see Charlie coming back to the camp, and I will say, take a few minutes and take it away in character.
Guys! We 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 got a deer. We got a deer.
Oh, just like I ordered. Venison is on the menu.
Yes. Gus is asking to get some water boiling. He's coming with it.
Oh,
It looked to be a bit heavy. Someone wants to go help him.
If you can get the water going, I can go help Gus.
Right.
I'll take care of the water.
Which way is Gus coming from, Charlie?
This way.
So it would be coming
Over
from the
our-
It would be coming from the southwest. Charlie would know because they went northeast to find it. So it would have been coming from the southwest, the opposite direction of which they came.
Okay.
You-
All right. I will
try
start
to
heading
follow
the
the
southwest to meet Gus as the lumbering elephant I'd be.
I'd try to show him kind of the tracks that I took to get back to him. To here. Yeah. And then I'd go sit by Wakely to ask a question for him about herbs and stuff.
And what is he like? Is she like like asking him right now?
I did. What's the question?
You said you were going to ask Wakely about herbs.
Yes.
I'm saying, are you asking him right now?
Well, while he's doing the water, if he's not doing anything, I'd just be sitting beside him
Oh.
and sitting, and when at the proper moment, yeah, I'd be asking. So, you
Okay.
do you have some experience with herbs and other plants, medical properties?
I have a fair bit. I would play around in my parents' garden and the academy's gardens. They're just, I don't know. Plants are just fascinating to me, you know. But I guess I'm rambling. But to simply answer, yes.
It is not rambling for me. It is very interesting. I was starting to have to be wanting more of that knowledge since I'm starting to think I want to add a bit of punch in my maybe in my attacks and arrows to help maybe subjugate easier our future foes.
Fine goal to strive for. Let me think on it for the night, and let me sleep on it, and I can try to think of something that might be able to help you with that.
Yes, of course. If you have books, I do like to read books. I can pass you my books for if you want to do some exchange.
You'll actually see a genuine perk of interest. Oh,
Yes.
you and I will be talking.
Oh, I'm happy to have some new friends. I didn't have a chance to talk a lot about books where I came from.
Books are an amazing commodity where I come from. They contain happiness, sorrow, weakness, power. It's sometimes I wish I couldn't read.
Oh, I think reading is one of the best gift that my parents gave me. So it went away with so much of the boredom of everyday life, made me dream of adventure, and that's why I'm here today. And that's how I learned of the trickster. Do you know of him?
The trick. I feel like I've heard the name. Why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit while you help me with this fire?
I think I would then start without doing it the role play and taking all the time. I'd start explaining, talking about the book I have always on me. My favorite book about the Hooded Justice, which is a Roman story of like kind of a Robin Hood and Lupin. That's the name of the character. Talk about his adventure and being a rogue for justice from Alethkar, I think is the name. Is it Alethkar? No. Either the other continent where
Oh,
there's
Aethermark.
magic. Ithamar, yeah. That's a book from there, and about someone helping the poor from bad nobles and injustice and with social justice and all and stuff like this. And he's working kind of as a hero for this god, the trickster. Yeah, pretty much.
So after kind of like listening to that, like you genuinely have his attention. So we can be honest with each other. We're friends now, right?
Of course.
He'll lean in and go, this book, The Hooded Justice, is this what made you want to become an adventurer?
Yes. It is not the first book I've read, but it is the first of the series. It is a big chronicle, the Hooded Justice, with all the adventures of Lupin. But yes, that's where I first learned of the trickster. And now I do want to be his representative here on this continent. I will be. Oh, I didn't decide the name yet, but someday people will know me as what was it? The pink hood? No. Ah, the justice ghost? No. Maybe I'm still searching for my thief name. People will know of me and the trickster all over the continent one day. Yes.
Can I share a bit of knowledge that I've discovered in my time reading stories?
Of course.
Let the do deeds where people name you. Don't go actively seeking to be called something. Let the people name you, and it carries much more power.
Mm. I'll take out my Nook boat and try to quote you as a weekly year 19 of Sylvan Ortelos. Try to write the date and write down, let the people name you.
And
So
then
much
Wakely will Wakely will then like sit up straight and go, now, in my greatest performance of do as I say, not as I do, what shall we call ourselves, friends? We've been traveling with each other. What do we go by? What are people going to call us? Because we are a
Bianca's Merry
ragtag.
Band. Viarka parts up. Well, of course we're going to be called Viarka's Merry Band Adventurers.
And Wakely will just like in the air, like, we'll put a pin in that.
Indeed. At the top.
What made you guys come to begin this quest, this adventures? What are your motivations? Maybe we can base ourselves on that.
And to add a little bit of a festive mood, Viarka will pull out a set of bird pipes and start to play a jaunty tune.
No, just give me a quick performance check. Let's see how you're doing.
I am going to use an inspiration.
Okay,
There we go.
very nice. One extreme to the next.
And it is a lively tune. And it sounds a little like the tone of the pipes sort of mimics like the chirps of birds, but it's definitely more like a flute kind of sound at the same time. So it's just melodic. It's music, but it's got a little bit of a kind of bird chirp tinge to it. And she can't answer the question right now because she's playing the bird pipes.
Well, based on our first adventure that we had, our first opponents, maybe we can start as the bird slayers or the avian bane. Thing like this. I did take a notice that Virka does not seem to like birds.
She nods as she plays. And there's a little expression of deep mistrust and displeasure at the idea of birds.
As that's happening, we're just going to jump up to the pair that was retrieving the deer. So I believe that we had Gus and we had Angela.
Alphonse, yeah.
Charlie.
Angela.
Right. Angela came to.
Yep. So
Alright.
you are going to break through the fringe of the trees, kind of dragging your prey. And you're going to see Angelo just kind of there looking around because he has a general idea. Excuse me. He has a general idea based off of Charlie's directions, but he doesn't know exactly where you are.
Over here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Well, I found you. I've been looking for you for the last several minutes. Angelo fumbles through the underbrush. Definitely someone who's not used to going through the brush itself. Sorry, I haven't been on a hunt in years.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
give
let
me a
me-
hand here.
Yeah,
Bit
let me get
awkward.
around to the. Yeah, actually, wait. I got an idea. Angelo will grab a large branch here. Like we could tie its legs to this, and it'll be a lot easier to carry. This is how we brought boars back from the hunt.
That'll do.
And Gus will oblige, and we'll get the deer tied up and back to the group.
This looks like a fine deer you got here. How many points is the deer?
DM, how many points?
What do you mean? Like,
How many parts of the antler, spikes in the antler?
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I didn't understand the I'm not a hunter, so I don't understand. I didn't understand that one. All right, I'm going to say that
bigger deer.
I'm gonna say that there's 4 points.
Oh yeah, this is a decent sized one. You know, make a nice. The rack would make a nice trophy, or you maybe make some knives or something out of this horn.
Probably just some eating utensils. All right, let's hurry this up. I'm getting hungry.
All right,
We
yeah,
cooked
let's
for at least
move.
an hour.
Yeah, I will try
And,
to keep my pace up.
We get back to the group.
Yes, you
All
would be
right.
able to get to the group easily.
Dinner has been killed, and I will field dress this thing momentarily.
Now, for the harvest,
And
go ahead and give me a survival check whenever you're ready to do that, or a medicine.
okie dokie, survival. Survival. This is like my bread and butter. 22. So I'm gonna field dress it. I'm gonna try to preserve the meat. Preserve the meat. Make sure that nothing is like ruined, really. Yeah, just doing all the preparatory stuff. I'm not myself a hunter, so I don't know all the terminology. But I would preserve the hide, make sure the. I would actually I would make sure to get some of the bones too, because the reason Gus wants water to be boiled in the first place is because he's gonna make some bone broth. Or sorry,
Fair enough.
not bone broth. Gonna make some
Venison stock.
venison stock. Yeah. Uh, so once he gets the bones out of there, throw them into the boiling pot. Gonna boil that for 6 hours. Prep the meat, and then he is going to uh, get. I believe there's a fire going with a little rack above it. So Gus is going to start to slow roast the meat on a spit, and as he does so, he is going to take the time to get some of the herbs and spices that he grabbed from the general store. He's going to salt the meat. He's going to throw on some like coriander. He's going to throw on some cumin. He's going to make it so get it to the point where it starts to smell very aromatic. And yeah, over the course of the next, I would say, hour and a half, the smell of burning, not bur- of well cooked meat is going to start to fill the air.
All right. With that, I would say cooking it over a fire should take, depending on, because you're cooking it in several increments, I'm assuming. So it would take a process about an hour and a half to cook through all that meat. I would say you as a party, I don't know how you want to manage this, but this would give you the equivalent of about 15 rations.
About you guys, but I'm getting hungry. And Gus is going, as he says, as the meat's finished cooking, and he will take it onto a. No, I guess part of the. If there is any, I guess as the meat was cooking, Gus would have like grabbed some piece of wood that he could use as like some kind of surface to like actually prepare and dish this out. He also has some basic like wooden plates in his pack, so he would dole those out to everybody and cut up the meat, serve it to everybody, and sit down. He goes, "Well, first night traveling together, so figure we need a good meal."
Kane will get out his. Oh, I'm sorry. Angelo gets out his slightly nicer looking mess kit to get his chunk of fresh deer. I appreciate you cooking, Gus.
That's quite literally what I'm here for. That's what the guild sent me here for, so I am simply doing what I've been tasked with. But I am very good at it.
You know, I was raised in towers and whatnot, and I do gotta say, this isn't bad. And he'll just wiggle, kind of take another bite. Well done, sir.
You know, the difference between actually prepared food and the stuff that the wizards conjure is that there's no heart in what's made by magic.
You'll see a smirk kind of just slightly form on his face, like he's acknowledging that what you're saying is true, but like not gonna say anything on it, being a wizard himself. Like it's almost like it's the first sign of respect he is kind of shown.
All right.
Well, let's toast to our new adventuring party, Virka's band of adventurer bird slayers.
We're not calling
Uh,
ourselves that, are we?
I kind
I
of like
hope
it.
not. You know how hard that's going to be to get a proper sigil made for that.
Well, what are the first letters?
I've been giving it some thought. And he's going to gesture his thumb over to where the loot from the last fight is. How about the golden eggs?
Ooh.
Rather we don't reference the whole. Yeah, no for me on that.
It does have a nice sounding.
I'm open to other ideas.
Well, maybe it's something that we're going to need another adventure or two. If we actually work out well.
Yeah, maybe.
No need to rush into it.
Hopefully we can sell this in town.
I guess is just going to start tearing into his meat.
Oh, also, where can I see that? Like, I didn't realize we got these. When he's looking at the golden egg that Charlie was pointing out.
Yeah, I'll take out one of the golden eggs. I do have only one. I did say I only looted the first one. I don't know who looted the other one.
I will fiddle with the egg to figure out if it's valuable.
Go ahead. Do you have any sort of jeweler's kit or something along those lines?
No, I do not.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
No proficiency.
All right. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Look at Angelo's sheets back up. This is my favorite check to make on Angelo. Yeah.
All right. With a 6, it looks expensive.
Okay.
It looks like
This
a lot
looks
of gold.
like-
It feels like a lot of gold. Because remember, it's
Yeah.
not hollow. It is solid.
You see Angelo kind of bounce, like he holds it a little bit, he knocks it on his head a little. It's like, well, it sounds solid. And I think it's all gold, so it's probably worth a lot of money. I think it's worth a lot of money.
Is it really all good? I thought it was just the outside. I thought maybe Gus would have cooked it.
I mean, there's one way we could tell. We could try cutting it open.
Let me see it. I can. I don't want to cook with a spoiled egg, and if we can sell that, then we might as well. And Gus is gonna hold his hand out.
I'll hand
Yeah.
it to Gus.
It seemed pretty fresh. Was it it's the goose that turned into an egg, right?
Yep, the
Mhm.
geese turned into the eggs. Yep.
Geese. Okay.
What's
And-
my prognosis on this egg?
With a 19, how versed would you be in? Because you do come from a guild, so I would say you'd be somewhat knowledgeable. So you'd be able to ballpark it from anywhere between $150 to 300.
Yeah, this thing can be. I mean, if it's solid gold, I mean, I'm not a jeweler or nothing, but I do know that they. What's the term they use? Carrots. I think it might be weight based. Either way, I mean, this is a pretty big hunk of gold, and if it's by weight, then I can imagine it being worth 200, 300, around there.
That's a good bit of money.
And DM,
It is.
when we were doing the detect magic, we established the egg wasn't magic.
There is no magic coming from the egg. That's how you discovered the flowers.
Well, and Gus is going to give a rather loud belch as he hands the egg back, and he's going to say,
Excuse me. Might want to put that in one of your sacks in the carriage. I'm gonna set up a perimeter to make sure. I assume we're all gonna be sleeping in this general area.
Oh yeah, shout.
I'll prepare an alarm. And Gus is going to reach into his bag, pull out a spool, and he's going to ritual cast alarm around the area that we're going to be sleeping.
Noted. With that in mind, what is your order for watches? So who would like to do first, second, and third watch?
Bjorka will go first. Lead by example, as it were.
Gus will go second.
Wiggly will go last or third.
Okay.
I think I'd go in the first watch with Verka.
Okay. So Charlie and Fiorka for the first one. And for Angela, would you want to do
I'll
watch or are
go-
you just going to sleep in?
I will, if they need me on a watch, I will gladly help somebody on their watch. Else, I will sleep.
There
Okay.
are 4 watches, aren't there?
I'm only going to do 3 watches for this one.
Okay.
So, with that in mind,
Yep. Angela does before he goes to bed. He gets his incense and his stuff out and sets up and does some prayers to Althea before he goes to sleep, setting down his locket and amulet as he does.
noted. Are you doing this in an area where nobody's able to see you, or are you
Oh,
doing
no,
this for others to see?
Oh, others can see me doing it and everything. I'm doing it around my probably where my bedroll's laid out.
Noted. All right. With that in mind, Vjarka and Charlie, go ahead and give me perception checks, please.
All right. Excellent.
Good start. Night's relatively uneventful. Nothing necessarily stands out. You've heard some movement in the woods, but nothing that seasoned explorers would jump at.
It's true.
Is there anything you'd like to do during the time of your watch?
Vierka's just kind of quietly like browsing a book, occasionally looking up out into the forest, listening for a moment, and then goes back to her book.
I think at the beginning I would be sitting beside you, also browsing and reading the book I've brought, but you would maybe feel something like me looking at you and start trying to start talking to you, but not wanted to to annoy you or how do you
Interrupt.
say anything? Interrupt you, yeah, interrupt you. I'm,
Okay.
so it just starts trying to say something or get your attention, your eyesight or something like this.
Vierka notably is very focused on her book.
Okay, if Verka doesn't acknowledge Charlie, I think Charlie don't think Charlie would have the courage yet to try to initiate this conversation by herself with Verka. It would just be an not annoying, awkward silence night with Charlie trying to get Verka's attention to
Yeah,
talk about something without any
she seems
success.
lost in the book. And at the end of the watch, when she's going to watch it, she looks over at Charlie's like, "Oh, I kind of thought you'd want to talk or something. Surprised you didn't say anything. Oh well. Night night."
And
Good
Gus will
night.
rouse for his watch.
Now, are you waking up on your own or somebody waking you?
Imagine
Vierka,
Vyarko.
yeah, Vierka's basically like just got the toe of her shoe. She's like nudging his shoulder with it.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you.
It's honestly, I was thinking not to wake you up at all and just let you sleep. It is so peaceful out there right now. I honestly don't know why we're keeping watch.
It's for safety. Get some shut eye.
Will do.
And Gus posts up.
As you do, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Reception.
Perception.
Not bad. 14.
With a 14, you hear something faintly off in the distance. It is making an odd sound, whatever it is. Hearing just odd noises. Sounds to be about 20, 50 feet away from the camp, where the camp is currently.
Gus Gus is gonna look back to the group. We're all asleep, and he's currently like he's idly been finishing. He's the guy that finishes leftovers when people haven't finished their meal. So he's currently like picking off a dish that someone didn't fully complete. So he's like got a little like piece of meat that he's just been kind of gnawing on. He's gonna walk up, look at the group, look back, and just kind of. He's going to grab his bow and arrow, and he's going to slowly walk towards wherever that's coming from. Maybe it's breakfast.
All right. As you approach, are you doing it stealthily? And if so, please give me a stealth check.
Okie dokie. $11.
With an 11, you're not the stealthiest, but it is hard to be stealthy at night. You come across this small little clearing, and you see something in the shadows moving, a flicking back and forth. You hear a type of scratching sound, and then you also hear the type of sound.
Has Gus ever heard anything like this in the past? Does Gus know what this is on sight or on sound?
Go ahead and give me a history check, and then I'm going to say the player should have an idea, so you can use your history check to have to give yourself that benchmark.
Gus tilts his head as he sees the general shape, and he goes, "That could be right." And he will approach the creature.
All right.
And he's putting his bow down. He's like the piece of meat that he was chewing on, he's going to like kind of look at it and then like hold it into his hand like he's gonna present this thing, like because he is like there's no fucking way as he approaches the creature.
As you approach further, you see that this creature actually seems to be stuck. Think of how when a fallen tree is down, you also have those animals that burrow under. So
Right.
This thing seems to be wedged underneath in one of these burrows.
Gus is going to approach, see if its head, like where it's lodged, if Gus is like towards its head or towards its feet, and then Gus will get more towards its head so it sees him approaching.
Right? You are coming up from behind on it, so you would have to go around it to see its head.
Gus will do so.
Go ahead.
And as he approaches, he's going to make himself rather obvious as he approaches. He would stand before it until it notices him, because it's like clearly in distress.
Go ahead
And Gus is going
and give me
Yeah,
an
go on.
animal handling check. Sorry to cut you off.
No. Fine. Animal handling. That's not great, but a 10's mid, so I guess I'll take it.
That's okay. You're going to hear a as all sounds it was making stops. It's still scratching to get out, but it seems like its attention is now fixated on something it is smelling.
Gus is going to whisper out, "Hey, little guy," and he's going to pull out a small, or he's going to hold out the meat that he was chewing on, and he's going to say, "You look like you're in a little bit of trouble there." And he is going to slowly tear off a small piece of that meat, and he's going to Do like approaching a skittish cat, he is going to like slowly take steps and like hold the meat out as far in front of him as he can and toss it towards the head of this creature.
Okay. About how close are you getting to it before you toss?
Like there's
Within
5 feet of empty
snapping
space
range?
between us.
Yeah. So would it be like within snapping range, or is it like just so your fingers are safe enough distance away?
That's safe enough distance away.
All right. You would hear as you approach and you're getting ready to toss it, the sound of the as the jaw does kind of like snap shut very excitedly.
And then Gus is going to wait for it to finish chewing on that before he is going to, like, again, very obviously in front of this creature, he's going to go over to where this tree, you said? Tree?
Yep, it's a fallen
Log?
tree.
Where this tree is, and he's going to find a decent enough pivot point, and he's going to see if he can't, like, either lodge something beneath it, or if just using his own strength, get it up enough that this creature can escape.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check. I will say you can use an
Okay.
athletics check.
Strength or athletics. Both are terrible. No, they're not terrible. They are the same though. So I guess I'll just use bank strength. Thank God I'm not being charismatic. Yeah, that's a 7.
It takes some strain. It's heavier than you anticipated. But you are able to lift it enough that the creature scutters out.
Okay, and this thing's only
now
like this thing
yeah.
is small. Okay.
Yes. But it is looking at you with its tail swishing back and forth, its nostrils flaring, and it does look kind of intimidating.
You must be hungry. And Gus is going to pull out the rest of the meat and he's going to toss it towards the little blue creature.
It is going to eat it up quickly. And it's
Gus is gonna
somewhat
kinda
happy.
He's gonna tilt his head and he's just gonna go. Really, really crazy. And he's gonna stand up, and because he was kind of like on it, like hands on his knees. He's gonna stand up, and he's gonna say, "You're not my typical quarry, so I'm not exactly comfortable hunting you. Be a shame. Go on, get out." And Gus is going to like wave his fingers away, like kind of like, shoo him off.
As you do, it essentially pounces on you similarly to a dog. So I'm going to need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. Just to see if you get knocked down.
Dex save. That's
Or
pretty
strength
good
save.
for me. I'll take the 23.
With the dexterity, now this creature is leaping at you. What are you going to do?
He is going to kind of put his arm, his right arm up defensively, his left arm or his left hand is kind of out, so he's like kind of pushing back against it when it jumps towards him.
All right, as you push it back, it goes onto its hind legs, and it's almost like coiling back for another attack forward.
Hey, easy. I fed you. I appreciate the gesture. That's some cold breath. Jeez.
And he's going to lean down to the little drake, and he's gonna kind of give it a tilted head, and he's gonna say,
You're a funny little fella. But, you know what? got some more meat for you if you want to. Come on, follow me. And he's going to kind of give him like the little, he's kind of catcalling this little blue drake, and he's going to try and guide it back to the camp.
It does follow you, but think of it as the same as how a puppy might function. It is clumsy as all hell,
Right.
but it is following you back to camp. Now the question becomes, will it trigger the alarms you have set?
Gus will get it close enough. Gus knows where the alarms are, so he's not going to guide it directly into the camp, but he is going to grab some of the venison. Like as he gets back there, he's going to very quickly go up to where some of the excess rations are of the venison. He's going to grab them. He's going to like kind of really quickly get back over the line. He's going to start like tossing more meat to this thing.
Alrighty. It is going to devour every morsel that you toss towards it.
And knowing the stories that Gus's parents told him of drakes, Gus is just kind of like, this is kind of like seeing a unicorn for Gus, where it's like, I never thought I'd actually get to see one of these things. This is crazy. So he's kind of like a little kid in the candy shop right now. He's like really having a good time doing this. And he would continue until the little drake is done eating, or until we have the small drake like that couldn't eat a whole venison, so I assume it's only going to consume a certain amount of rations.
Yep, it's only going to eat about 4 or 5 of said rations. And then after it's eaten enough, it's going to spend the remainder of the watch laying down kind of right next to you.
And Gus will, when his watch is coming to a close, he's going to... is Angela who's watching next?
Wakely is up next, unless somebody chooses to wake Angelo up.
He's going to go over to Wakely, and he's going to very gently shake him up. Hey. Hey. Want something cool?
Yeah.
Check this out. Saw this on my watch. And he's going to lead you over to where the small blue drake is currently sleeping.
This came up on your watch?
It was caught under a tree about 30 yards, 40 yards that way.
I reckon. Would Wiggly have any idea how old this thing might be?
I would question what knowledge Wakely might have with drakes. Specifically being able to age them.
Yep, no. So let me rephrase, because that's not really what I was trying to intend for.
Okay.
He's more wondering, is this thing young enough that it is not on its own? But he can ask, like, is it...
Go ahead
just this
and
one?
give me a history check at disadvantage.
Okay. History at disadvantage. I'm actually good at history. History at disadvantage. 9.
With a 9, you know it's young, but whether or not to know if it's young enough that it shouldn't be on its own, or whether or not it's hit a stage where it's expected to be a bit more independent, is beyond your current level of knowledge on this particular subject.
Two things. One, this is actually kind of cool. Not gonna lie. 2, do we have any idea how young this thing is? And my reason for asking is, these things grow to be very big. And if this is a baby and mommy's nearby, we're not in for a good rest of the night.
I don't think its mother's nearby. It would have come to aid.
Oh,
It was
I'll settle
screaming
for
a whole
father.
lot.
In my past, fathers are useless.
I can relate in more ways than one, but yeah, no. It was screaming quite a bit. And nothing came for it, so I figure it might have either fallen off or gotten lost. I used to hear stories about these things. Apparently, they can imprint on humans if they're young enough, or the races of man. I don't presume to think that's what would happen with me, but in the morning, if it's feeling a little bit better, then see it off. But it was acting really grateful after I fed it and freed it.
Well, my friend, if that did happen, I hope that you become a not useless father. So, what do you reckon we do with it for the night? Do we take it back to camp? Are you gonna stay with it here?
I think I'll sleep. Just settle down with it right now.
Okay.
I'm a bit outside of the range of the alarm I set, but I don't want this thing to wake up and be freaked out.
I get it. No, I think it's very admirable. I think it's it's a good thing you're doing.
Well,
I'll keep
just
looking
do me a
around.
favor. Just do me a favor and wake me up before, if you're the last watch, wake me up before the rest of them. I don't want the others to freak out when they see this.
I can do that.
And Gus is going to settle down in next to the little Drake, and he's going to place a blanket over him and it, and nod off.
All right. With that, Wakely, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
All right. With the dirty 20, you hear the sound of a horse-drawn carriage off in the distance riding. You see a faint flickering light. The carriage doesn't stop, it doesn't slow, but you do know something did pass by you within the overnight. But other than that, your night is relatively uneventful.
He would kind of just be during his watch, be by the fire, like not sitting, like head back, like looking up at the stars if it's clear. But that would be kind of how he's just kind of taking in the vastness of everything, or like why he's out there, or what's his purpose out here on this, adventure, what he's discovered in his story. But he's also thinking about the whole, like, the people in his party, the conversations that he's had so far, and that he's actually kind of starting to like some of them. And he's kind of like not upset that he's out here anymore. Like he's seeing real good in people for the moment.
Okay, so somewhat positive, I guess? Optimistic?
Yeah,
in a
no,
sense?
definitely in a positive, but like, he's been like kind of what he's done for, his years. It's kind of just that like grind and dealing with, magistrates or whatever kind of the upper hand of those types of facilities are, and just kind of like all that, but like being out in the wilderness with a group of people that like you see, like especially with like what Gus is doing, like you see the positive, like he's kind of, that vulnerability is starting to kind of creep up on him. So he's just kind of like taking that in under the stars because
Noted.
he questions everything. But he will do as Gus asked and go wake him up prior to getting everybody else up,
All right.
like earlier.
So with this, Gus, you are woken back up. Wakely, go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Like straight.
Straight. We're going to see if you step on the Drake's tail. No pressure.
0 to this. Oh, no pressure. I'm checking a lot of things right now.
And also after that check, don't forget you do have to roll your portent dice.
Yep. Well, I was waiting for you to say that you've completed. All right, so a 19 on the dex.
All right, so you do not step on the dragon.
Okay, and then
the Drake.
All right, so we are finishing a long rest.
Yes. So at this point, everybody can mark off a long rest. Everybody is well rested, and as
Okay,
said,
so
Wakely is
15
just
and
waking.
18.
Noted. So just keep those in mind later on. I would say write them down, just in case you need them. And then again, at the start of every long rest, you're going to have to, or at the end of every long rest, you roll 2d20.
Yep, I got a 15 and 18. That's actually a really good roll for me. Long rest. Oh, I did get a spell slot back. Okay, cool. All right.
So Wakely, you wake Gus up. Gus, you and your Drake are waking up from your little bit of a snooze, just in about time for the others to begin waking up on their own, as the sun begins to rise overhead.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Sun's starting to come up. Everybody's still conked out, but figured you asked me to wake you up, so hopefully you got something.
I have an idea. And Gus is going to he's going to begin the day by first undoing the alarm. He's gonna stop that, and as he's doing this, he's just gonna be keeping an eye on the Drake. If it's not leaving, then Gus is going to proceed to cast Create Bonfire.
Okay.
And he is going to wake the group up to the smell of cooking venison. He's going to basically start making or he's going to boil water first, but if they don't wake up because the heat, he's going to essentially just kind of wake them up to a sort of breakfast stew.
As one of the other noises that they would be hearing, sorry to cut you off, is the chirping coming from the Drake. Seeing you putting the food in, it's very excited to eat.
Gus is going to be tossing pieces to the Drake as he's preparing. He's tossing the raw stuff to the Drake as he's preparing the food.
We're talking earlier about the fact that the venison will give us 15 rations. Did we split those rations yet? Or is it
there's about
cooked or yeah?
There's 5 between us, and then Gus gave 3 more to the venison or to the Drake earlier, so that's 8 rations. So Gus is preparing another 5, and I believe there were 15 from the venison.
Yep.
So yeah, so and then Gus will give the remaining 2 to the Drake which is great because I don't want the meat to go bad. So Gus is preparing the rest of the rations and giving some extra to the Drake.
Party, what is your first reaction seeing a Drake in your camp as you hear the chirping greeting you for the morning of the day?
Biarca wakes up, sees the Drake and Gus making breakfast. Oh blimey! You went hunting again for breakfast? I hear those are good eating.
What, the drake? No, you're not eating the drake.
What are you
These are-
talking about? The meat's a delicacy. You know what we could
Yeah,
sell
here.
this thing for?
It's like one of those people that eats what is it? Shit, what's the name?
Delicious meat? Yes.
No, like the ones that torture geeses. Foie
Oh, yes.
gras, you know? Like, you can eat an animal and still be a little bit polite about it. No, you're not killing. This is a baby. You're not killing this thing.
Veal. The meat's gonna be really tender, really soft, melt off the bone.
You're a terrible person.
While that's going on, the very sleepy-eyed Angelo starts waking up, smelling the food, not really realizing, not fully focusing on where he is and everything at first. He just starts mumbling alone to himself, "Ayla, are you making bacon?" And as he's saying that, he kind of cuts himself off and looks up, seeing the Drake. Is like, "Am I still asleep?
What he's not making is drake steaks for breakfast.
What? That's an actual, like, Angelo will get up and look at it really close. Where in the world did that come from?
Define really close.
Outside.
So
Like,
when a mommy dragon and a daddy dragon fall in love.
wait, you're telling that wrong, Wiggly. It's when a mommy or daddy dragon finds a bard,
Oh god.
he's close, like as close as he can get. If it starts snapping at him, he'll stop. But he does try to kind of sneak up to it.
That's
slip
why
up
I'm
to it.
questioning about how are you going like. So
He's gonna go
essentially, if it's
cautious-
calm enough for you to get close enough, can it bite you?
he would attempt to pet it. I do. I'm willing to make an animal handling check. See if it'll let me handle it.
Go ahead first and give me a dexterity check. Because before you could even handle it, again, I go back to puppy. Before you can even try to handle it, you gotta dodge the teeth.
15.
With a 15, you go to reach out just to start, giving it a little pet, and you hear and
Should
you're
I
able to
roll
move-
for its bite attack?
No, you're able to move your hand fast enough. But it was close. Like you felt the wind on the teeth on that one.
Oh.
And its tail is wagging. Like it looks like it's hunting in essence.
Angelo
Gus
will
is
pull his glove on and try to play with it a little.
Go ahead and give
Gus
me an
is
animal
going
handle
to-
check. Go ahead, Gus.
As he's doing this, Gus is going to tilt his head, and he's going to say, and he's going to say in Draconic, "Calm, calm." He's trying to tell this thing to calm down in Draconic, which, according to this this sheet that my D&D Beyond pulled up, this thing does speak Draconic.
Okay. As you say calm, you're going to see that it initially calms down before it coils down a little bit, and you see it pounce to the left, pounce to the right. Its tail is going back and forth.
Bjarka looks at this interaction and just looks at Gus like, I don't think it's going to calm down at all.
Oh, you
It's
speak
just-
Draconic, but you don't speak the language of our people.
Of your people, you don't know where I was raised. You're making a lot of assumptions.
You're green and you have tusks. I can at least assume you're orcish.
Gray, green, but I mean, born orc, sure.
You know,
You have a problem with your own heritage or something.
Angelo looks up. It's like by that same logic, Gus, you'd think I'd speak Infernal as he's playing with the Drake.
Well, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, racist.
Now, forgive me for assuming that the people like us typically speak the way we do. In fairness, I haven't seen many. Well, you're actually the first person I've seen who is of Orcish descent that doesn't speak Orcish.
Oh,
Typically, our
thanks.
communities tend to get close knit together.
Must be nice.
Can be. Anyway, this thing is seems to like me. I'm considering keeping it.
It up.
Hmm.
Give it a little time.
Yep. Does it have a name?
Not yet. I was
I
thinking,
I vote for chuck steak or lean roast.
I'm gonna give another inspiration for that one.
You know, Gus, I think this little guy just solved our other problem.
You had a
being
problem?
Well, you out of game is blue, correct?
yeah, it's definitely a cold spitter.
Yeah, well, it's and it's Drake looking, correct?
Yeah, this thing is definitely a baby Drake.
Oh, then that answers what the call ourselves. We are the Blue Drakes, and he's our little mascot.
Ooh. It does sound nice, but blue is not really my color.
What's wrong with blue? As Angela pulls his, family his tunic with his blue tunic with the giant golden rose on rose on it with his family crest out.
As you're having this conversation, I'm assuming you're also packing up camp so you can gear off to leave as well, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I do ask I ask somebody to give me a hand of my armor when I go to do the wiggle dance to put it on.
Gus will help you out with the armor, and he'll say,
I can't exactly speak for the group when it comes to what we want to call ourselves, but as for the little guy, I was thinking if in Orcish the word Frio means cold. I figured I'd just call it that.
Real?
Frio.
Frio, Frio.
I'm not familiar with that cut. What's that? Is that leg?
We are not eating the Drake.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
Have you ever eaten a drake, Jirka?
Of course.
Is it where you come from? You eat drakes? You hunt drakes?
Well, not like on the regular. They're not easy to bring down. Usually they're bigger. This one's just, very young and helpless and potentially super delicious. But that's...
I'm gonna look up York very suspicious when they talk about eating drakes.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's just say, but every now and then opportunity presents itself. Everyone gathers together, takes one down. It's a nice big feast for all. Yum yum yum. Meat's a little spicy. And then with the right seasonings, it's just and then you cook it just right. Takes a really high flame, and then you can just cook it to perfection. Doesn't being the heat that you need to even get to well done. Not that anyone does. Is just so high, so you can cook it in a forge fire. It's great. It's just great. It's a whole thing.
Fascinating.
Who eats their meat well done?
I'm just as an example, like
Savages
no,
eat.
I'm not saying anyone did. I'm just saying to even if you wanted to, you'd have to get the flame so hot because the meat's so resistant to the heat.
Royarka, did you put ketchup on your steaks too?
I'm not saying I'm the one who eats it well done. I'm just saying because it's so heat resistant. You're all idiots. Never
All
mind.
right, look, we can
Gus-
talk about how poor Yarka likes her meat prepared, but we'll have to do that later.
Yeah,
Right
no.
now, let's
First good city of a restaurant. We're taking Yorker out for a proper meal.
I've
But let's
had
finish getting
good
camp
steak.
picked up.
I prefer my steak medium rare. I'm just saying. Oh my god.
But let's get everything packed up.
Yeah. If we're going to a restaurant, let's not go back to this place that Virka brought us last time.
Angelo just starts laughing very hard. All right, Charlie. He pulls a. Angelo also, as they're finally finishing loading up, pulls a little vial out and pops the cork and puts a little perfume around his scarf to cut down the traveling spell. And he kind of holds it out to the Charlie as well. Would you like a little?
What is that?
He pops the cork and lets you smell it.
I'll smell it.
It's just standard perfume.
No, thank you. It can give away my spot if a strong smells shows where I am.
Riorka, Gus, Wiggly.
No, it's all right.
similar
Thank you,
reason. I don't want my position being given away.
Good.
Well, I mean, Wiggly, you have that great magical skill that just always makes you clean, though.
Oh yes, I do. Sorry, I'm getting old.
As you all finish up your prep for the day, you begin to make your journey. We're going to jump ahead a couple of days. The wind is howling, the clouds are gray, the air, or rather, not just the air, but just the traveling conditions over the last couple of days have been rather odd. There was an instance where you saw a squirrel running across the area, and suddenly it turns into a butterfly and flies away. You see other events where a figment, an illusion, is seen attempting to draw people in, and what you find is a plant that it's attempting to eat mortals, or, adventurers. It seems the more you go, the more wild this well-traveled area seems to become.
Is it always like this, Gus, on the road? It wasn't when I first came.
I don't usually make it out this far, but I haven't heard anything.
Hmm.
Is the magical plant still showing us stuff? I do have one of the leaf on me.
Upon investigations, if you would have over the past couple of days, you would have seen that, yes, there have been plants where you have seen these.
More of the same?
More of the same. Remember, one of the instances that happened last was the seeds of the plant popped out, and more plants basically, the seeds blew in the wind and spread more of said plants.
In the traveling days, I think I would have talked with Weekly again about different plants and their stuff, and I think we would have had spoken about the that specific plant, about what happened and what he thinks it is or what it could be. So I don't know if there's something we can roll to see what kind of knowledge we have on it.
Sure thing. So, Wakely, with this in mind, what do you think it is?
What do I think the flower is?
Yes, because essentially Charlie is questioning whether or not, or what you might think it is.
Well, let me take a closer look at. He is not gonna touch this thing.
Understandable.
Would he have any recollection or knowledge of anything? Well, no, because you said there was no record of anything, right?
There is nothing to your record of knowledge.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, I have zero zip nada recollection of ever seeing a flower like this, but it is very evident that it has methods to defend itself, as we saw by the incident of a foul nature that we don't need to get into.
Excuse me for cutting in, but I'm just wondering, could have these plants been made by one of those artifacts they have us out looking for? Because we are traveling in the path of the information we were given.
I mean, the ways of magic do work mysteriously, and it's actually a very good question and a very good hypothesis. It's one that I'm very intrigued to learn the answer to.
I think I tried to sketch what the plant looked like to maybe ask about it in the where we're going to see if there's some people other people knows about.
That's fair. You would definitely have optimal amounts of time over the next, as said, like 4 days to be able to get a good sketch going. As you're traveling on the 5th day, Boston, go ahead and re-roll your portent dice.
Oh, we
Unless-
doing it
Unless you want to. Well, we just skipped 5 days. 4 days.
Oh,
So yes, several long rests.
okay. 20 and a
Nice.
Wow.
Nat 20.
And a 5, like that's good.
Yeah, make
For
something
me.
succeed, make something fail.
Yep.
2, very good. That's a good range.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't written
Guys,
down.
we're changing a map.
I see green outline.
What? No, you don't.
I'd like to use one of my. I'd like to roll one of my portents.
You already did.
No, I know.
As you start to wander down the road, as said, the wind is whipping. The skies are gray. Storm looks like it's coming. The air
wind
itself
howling.
seems to be electrified. Go ahead, anybody who is magically inclined, and go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I can cast a couple of spells. Can I do the Arcana check too?
I will allow it.
That would make you magically inclined.
Agreed.
18.
Oh,
Addy. Damn, we rolled high today.
Hold on, I'm not rolled yet. This is a normal flat roll, right?
Yeah, flat roll.
22.
You get a feeling, because I think you all rolled pretty well with this, you get a feeling that something is magically charging the air in the environment where you are around. For those who were even
Yeah,
more inclined, you find that despite that, it also feels like there's an area of a dead zone.
A dead zone?
A dead zone.
Hold, please. I want to check something. How
So we're
far
still
away?
in the caravan right now, right?
You still have the carriage, yes. So I'm assuming that you are mostly walking because it is a broken down carriage that needs to be repaired. Um, or cart, I should say. So riding in it would be very harmful to the cart in the sense that, particularly what the horse is mounted to, is broken.
Why are we keeping the cart?
Why
Because it's
not?
a cart.
It's a free cart.
It's a
Just
free
needs to be.
cart.
It
and
just
all we
needs to
gotta
be
do-
fixed up.
Mm,
What, Charlie? You've never bought a used cart before?
Well, not really, no. My family owns some carriage that we use for different caravans or for merchants, but when I got here, I just snuck away in different carriages and
Well,
hid in baskets of fruits.
oh well, but like my family had carriages as well. But when I started going to tournaments, father was like, "Nope, you're taking this used cart until you earn enough from your tournaments to afford to actually start taking the carriage yourself." So me and Ayla packed up in a rickety carriage rickety cart for the first season.
Well,
Uh, we can. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I had a thought, but then it stopped.
no,
Okay.
I don't have any more to say about that.
Is anybody else feeling this sensation?
What sensation?
I'm feeling it.
I'm cold.
No one's picking up on the energy in the air.
It
I
does seem
I
to be
feel
more
it.
electrified, but there seems to be a dead zone. Is what you said?
If you're
Give
asking me,
give
yes.
give me a minute. I'm gonna try. I need to see something. And he will kind of sit down where he is, pull out a couple of components from his pouch. Um, he kind of like takes a couple cards, shuffle, like moves them around, some other random things. He's gonna cast augury. It takes a minute. I don't know if that did it, but no, it didn't say the whole thing. But you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So the action he's planning is like moving further into this space where he's getting these feelings of the like kind of magically charged. Uh, but basically it's an omen of weal, woe, both, or indifferent. So good, bad, good and bad, neither good nor bad.
So we're gonna go with indifferent.
Indifferent. Okay. Huh. Well, seems the universe doesn't really know which direction us going forward can bring. I mean, in a good and bad way. But only one way to find out. Shall we continue? Sorry. Didn't mean to take up my time, but I like to know what I'm walking into.
Go and
Sensible.
scout ahead if you want. If you guys want. See what seems to be the problem.
That's the thing. Nothing seemed to. I don't know if there's the. I have a specific set of skills that I picked up along my path and career. I'm a little bit more uneasy that I don't know.
I might have something for this.
And Gus is going to pull out. What are the? Oh, it's just PS. Gus is going to begin to kind of mutter words to himself and make some hand motions, and he will ritual cast detect magic.
With detect magic, after 10 minutes of your ritual casting, you are able to see that which you wouldn't necessarily see the glowing yet, but where that area is, you do sense magic.
There's definitely, I mean, pointing out the obvious, but something's going on here. Do I know the school of magic?
Yep, it would be abjuration.
Okay, abjuration magic's going on around here.
Where you're pinging the abjuration magic, you also see several of those plants.
Oh, look, more of those weird transformation things that turned Wakely into a chicken.
Do we
But
have a name for those plants?
from there,
Chicken plants?
you would be able to see at least that.
I vote we call them fusterclucks.
Would you like to continue to proceed forward?
Gus is going to, taking what he learned earlier about the flowers, he's going to put his bow and arrow not down. He's still holding them, but he's not like at the ready. He's going to walk forward without any ill intent, just curiosity.
Okay.
Do we see them also? Him?
As you progress, you would begin to see the two individuals who have just been revealed.
I think I will try to sneak.
Okay,
Take
go
the
ahead and
long
give me a
route.
stealth check.
I assume Frio is at my side as I'm walking.
Yes. Very nice. All right, you're moving pretty stealthily. Once these two see you, they're going to start making their way up. You're going to see a goblin and a human who is approaching you. Oi, keep on moving. Nothing to see here.
Greetings, gentlemen.
You're
Gus
going
is
to hear
just
the.
gonna kind of look behind him.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna look behind him and he's gonna kind of gesture to the group. Passing.
You're going to hear the goblin respond, "Greetings and salutations. Keep on passing."
Yeah, we're gonna pass right on through.
So pass on right on through. Let's go.
All right. And he's going to whistle back to the group and he's gonna be like, keep going, guys. And he's just gonna keep moving forward.
They're
Follow
not
Gus.
going to stop you.
I'm going to
Oh.
take the long way just to see about. Can I?
Yes,
do I
but
see something
as
with perception or
as you pass through there, a alarm begins to sound, as if you have triggered
alarm
somebody's
spell?
alarm spell.
Okay.
And it's on this note we're going to end for tonight.
Huh.
Good times.
Whew. Now, next time, we will see what the players are going to do to get themselves out of this one. Because, remember, like the augury said, could have gone either way. So with that, have a
Why do
wonderful
we need
weekend.
to fight? We're just passing through.
Well, somebody triggered an alarm, so I don't know. Fighting might be inevitable. We'll have to find out. Have
Don't
a
know
wonder. Oh yeah, who did it? Who did it? Because
Who did it?
Charlie just vanished, so it was just like she was there and then she was gone.
Oh, Bjorka, of course, touching things in the shop again.
Must have been the Drake.
Blame the Drake. I love it.
Drake right
Okay.
next-
Yeah.
Don't blame that
to me, it's not-
precious
it's not for you.
Drake. We don't want
Charlie's not sure how she feels about the Drake yet.
Don't stress out the Drake. We don't want its meat getting flooded with cortisol.
You're not eating Frio.
On that wonderful note, have a great weekend. Enjoy and tune in next time and say goodbye, y'all.
Night night.
Good night,
y'all.
everyone.
Salut.
Later.
Players of the Realms will be right back. During the break, discover Veil Forge, where imagination belongs in the real world. Explore shirts, tote bags, drinkware, accessories, and gifts inspired by tabletop adventures, fantasy, nerd culture, witchy and spiritual designs, writers, artists, and the wonderfully weird things we never outgrow. Scan the QR code to visit our link tree and discover everything Veil Forge and Random Imagination have to offer. Stay with us. We'll return to Lunethria shortly.